It was supposed to be kind of a let's talk about it, but it more so was just like a raw rambling. I think raw rambling is going to be the next series for me. I don't know what day, but I'm looking to carve out at least 5 weekdays of the weekdays for different topics so that I can be expressive and more organized with my podcast. So let's talk about it. Initially, it's supposed to be me focusing on one particular topic and talking candid about it, and raw ramblings, which is an idea that literally just came to my mind right now, would be a series where whatever the heck is going on in the moment is what I would just ramble on about. But again, I really, really appreciate this platform. So let's call this the birth of raw ramblings. Because that's definitely what I was doing yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't pick a topic. I just like was like, oh no, let me just release. Because releasing, excuse me, is really healthy, and it allows you, well, at least for me, to come back and to self reflect on what I have released. I'm self reflecting, obviously, as I'm releasing, and I don't have um, the feedback to try to define my release, because my release is my release. It's not up for definition. Oh, I need you to tell me what this is. No, I feel it. I'm releasing it, and I will address it, and I will self reflect, and I will analyze myself, and I will identify what the hell it is. And so today is allowing me to do that, because that's how I operate. I'm always self analyzing. And I had people lie to me. I mean, when I say lie to me, look me, first of all, been lying. Been lying. If for a person to say this is a communal space that is for the community and not specify, well, what kind of community? Maybe that was my era. What kind of community? Not just people that look away. You want people to behave and act and be a certain way. So I know now when I enter into spaces and people say, oh, this is a community space. What type of community? How do you expect the people to act and behave in this community space that you have identified to be for not just you, but for other people? I have to ask those questions. I learned the hard way, have to ask those questions. Because just because somebody says it's a community space, their actions have to align with that. And instead of waiting around and finding out the motherfucking hard way, like, oh, not a community for me, not a community that I fit into. Oh, I'm too much for this community. Too loud, too unprofessional. And and the bullshit they told me that was unprofessional. If you gonna say that shit, say the fucking real shit I was unprofessional about, motherfucker. Don't say no bullshit. Don't say no bullshit. And so I was on my other platform, right? And on my other platform, I connected with somebody that's from my hometown. And it made me think of my hometown and made me think of the experience there. And it felt good to connect with that person. And, my hometown been a little bit on my mind, I feel the people that I interacted with when I did go back home and as I was healing from a lot of trauma and using music as my medicine, the musicians that I connected with, they remember. They remember me. We're still connected online. They remember the energy that I brought then. And that was a wounded me, but still pure, still loving, still genuine, still confident in me, being me right where I was right then and there. And so, anyway, on my other platform, I was sharing about the experience I had when I came back to my hometown that time, because I know where I am now is temporary. um, I know it's not a space for me to settle into, not by myself, not by myself. And I've been here a few years, and there I haven't aligned with anybody um, compatible. It hasn't been a mutual compatibility. Yes, people have had interest. Yes, it's very easy just to have somebody who would love to just take up the space in my bed, but I don't want just somebody to take up space in my bed. Okay, that's not what I want. That's not what I desire for myself. So I've been disciplined, until I have what I would like. And it's not like, oh, they gotta have this in their bank account. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. It's your character, it is your spirituality. It is those things that nobody is going to give you. It's going to be something that you already were born with. What you were born with, that innate divine part of you. That's the part that has to align with the innate divine part of me, because outside of all of the other stuff that we can talk about and we can adjust, I mean, not saying you can't adjust your spirit, but you are who you are. I am who I am. And that's where the alignment has to be for me, um, period. Coming together with a person and forming a sacred union. That part has to work. That part has to align. And I have done a lot of work on myself. I'm still working, I'm still growing. Even with having whatever accolades I ever have, I expect to continuously expand and continuously grow. And even if there are people around me are not holding me accountable because of a title, I'm still going to do my own personal work because that's the love I have for myself. So obviously, individual that I me and the individual decide, okay, we got to come together as a union, they have that same self love for themselves. They're looking to expand and not just expand on the physical plane, but expand beyond the physical plane. And not because they're manipulating or influencing other people and the energies around them, but because they're going within and they're doing their own internal work. Therefore, they're naturally expanding and naturally evolving and naturally having effects instead of being strategic and all those other, not saying there's anything wrong with being strategic, but you should have discernment enough to know who's who and what's what. And when you have to look outside of yourself to get those answers because you're unsure within yourself, because you're insecure within yourself, then you need to look at yourself. You need to look in the fucking mirror and deal with your fucking self. um but anyway, that's just how I operate. Back to how I got to this raw ramble right here. So yeah, I was reflecting, and as I was reflecting, I was like, wait a minute. I've been in spaces and offices and spaces. Dad, my phone is on 5%. And where it was very hard. Like I had to go into professional spaces the day after my baby girl passed away. And interact with people professionally. And none of those people can say where I had every right to be emotional and distraught and unprofessional. None of them could say that I was unprofessional. So for somebody to lie to my face and tell me I was unprofessional was very hurting, and just the fact that they lied, it was just like, oh, everything is a fucking facade. Everything is a fucking lie. Like you're not who the fuck you say the fuck you is. You're just a fucking facade. You're just in chains, bounded, and you're moving around in the chains as well as you can strategically, but you're not actually fucking free. Because if you were, you wouldn't fucking lie to my motherfucking face. And yeah, I'm still processing that. It was hurtful though. It that pain was a familiar pain, but I just never expected to feel that familiar pain, even though I know I was at risk to feel some type of pain. Didn't know it was gonna hit that deep, but it hit deep, and I had to bring myself up out of it, just like I brought myself up out of the pain and the grief of losing my daughter. That pain was deep, and that pain that I recently felt was similar. However, I brought myself out of it and I had to navigate. I felt, I released, I felt, release, felt, release, felt, release, felt, release. I'm still releasing, obviously, but I'm not feeling that heaviness and where I couldn't even talk. Like I came in and I really don't want to be outside much. Like I want to go to my physical therapy, my chiropractic, but it's gonna take me a while because I'm just like, oh, I can't, like my defense mechanisms is on Fort Knox. And I communicate with some people, but I'm still like it's gonna take some time. Like I have love for you, but it's gonna take some time because I was wounded and don't think that I wasn't, and I'm not gonna pretend that I wasn't. I was wounded. I'm gonna need time. I'm gonna need to heal. I'm gonna need to know how to avoid this, and if I can't avoid this in the future, how to prepare myself and fortify myself so that um I'm not as affected. And why was I as affected as I was? Questions, part of my self reflection, not just how to defend myself or protect myself. She's back. So, yeah, my phone clicked off. But yeah, the question why? I had to go get my charger. The why is really easy. Um, the why is because there was voids and not a there were voids. There were voids because people naturally we are communal. And so to operate without a community is almost like a disadvantage because even if you are solid in yourself and yes to self master yourself, you need your solitude time. You need to be alone with yourself and to process and self reflect and grow. That is necessary, but the other part is necessary too. Um, for example, as I was reflecting on that experience, where again I had every reason, every cause to be unprofessional, but somehow just having a good friend there with me and literally holding me up, literally coming with me to Kings County Hospital to view my baby girl's body, literally almost, I mean, I know she didn't physically carry me, but when I tell you emotionally just was there and carried me. Um that allowed me to be present. That allowed me to be present. And as I self-reflected, it made me recognize, oh, this person lied. Like they lied and said that you were unprofessional. They lied instead of looking in the mirror and taking accountability. They lied to your face. And I was just like, okay, okay. And they had this bullshit to give you as a reason to justify their lying. And it's really fucked up for them, you know? Because I don't know who else is gonna hold them the fuck accountable. Um, I think the people that give a fuck about them are gonna say, "You did the right thing. You did the right thing because you know she was a risk. She was risk. She was risky. I was risky how? I never made a scene anywhere. I never compromised your money. What was the risk? What the hell was the risk? You know, but they mean well. They mean well. They see me on the outside. Oh yeah, she's determined. Oh yeah, she's not somebody that you can tell what to do. Oh yeah, she's definitely an issue. She's definitely a problem. Where I'm never that. I'm always part of the solution. And it's frustrating when people cannot see that clearly, and it's hurtful when they create their own narrative of who I am instead of actually taking the time to see, oh no, she's just a woman. She's just strong. She's just a mother. She's just overcome a lot of challenges. She's just confident in who she is. She's just growing. Oh, she's what? She's 40 and she's doing something I did at 20. Oh my God. She didn't give the fuck up on her fucking self. She's just someone to fucking admire. She's just someone to fucking respect. She's just someone that I would never think about fucking just lying to her fucking face and trying to convince her that she's something that she's not. She's just a real motherfucker. And in this world with kiss asses and people that give a fuck about other people's opinions, this world where people don't know who the fuck they are. I am white, you didn't know? White is a social status here in America. And I'm absolutely white. Legally. On paper, baby. Now, peeky peeky, peek your ass up out of here. Bye bye. What I do? Put this user in timeout. Hide user. Bye. Delete it. Look how easy it is. It's so easy. It's so easy. So easy, baby. Easy, baby. These beautiful nostrils here that I can breathe so clearly with. This wonderful melanated brown skin. I could go out in the sun and not get burnt because I'm making sure I got the proper nutrients in my body so that the sun does not burn this beautiful melanated skin, this kingly hair, this electromagnetic being that everybody wants the fullness of the lips of, the fullness of the hair of, the fullness of these natural cheeks of. Yeah, that, that, all that. I can from the heart and soul say, I am all that. And not only the bag of seaweed chips, the cup of matcha tea too, baby. Healthy for you. But I know some healthy things are bitter. Some healthy things don't feel good to your taste buds. It is much easier to drink a healthy herb that you know is healthy for your physical body than to deal with a healthy person that's healthy for your soul. It's much easier. Just pick up the cup and swallow it. The bitterness is shorter, but good for your soul. That bitterness is a little lengthier, depending on what you decide to do, whether you have the time for yourself to actually self reflect, whether you're putting time into yourself or you're just avoiding. Oh, let me find something to do. There's something to do. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do this. Let me do that. Oh, I only have time to sleep and wash my ass and maybe eat. That's what I have time for. Let me go see Rebecca. Rub her back real quick. Let me go chit chat with my daughter for 5 seconds. Let me go talk to my son for 2 seconds. Mm. Let me be around all these bitches that admire me so much. Just because I have this title. And I can tell them how to get some money. You want how to get some money? I'll tell you how to get some money, honey. Everybody want money. That's not what you want, Miss Bay. Something's wrong with you. Don't you see this capitalistic society we're in? You don't want just money. You really care about folks. You want to see people healthy. Well, I was a vegan for 20 years, but now I eat meat again because my body was declining. Couldn't just listen to what other motherfuckers were saying. I had to listen to my body. I'm being sarcastic, obviously. Again, a part of my release on this raw ramble today. Nonetheless, after I self reflected today, publicly online and posted it and shared because again, I know that this is temporal and I'm just trying to figure out what's the next best move from where I am. And I was like, well, I know I'm continuing my education, so practically the next best move would be to move near where my new school is going to be. So I'm like, okay, all right. But it's a big and it's an unknown, but I'm going for it. Why? Because it's in the direction that I'm moving in forward. And practically it makes a lot of sense. I'm not near any borders. I'm not in any hot spots uh where there's a lot of violence, where I'm not in a metropolitan area that is oversaturated with drugs and poverty. Like it is literally going in the direction of Sedona. I don't know if you know about Sedona, but Sedona is a special space, and there's a lot of different special spaces here on this Turtle Island. And so, therefore, I don't need to be by a border. I don't need to be by the water. I don't need to be by these major spots that may be fucking targets for international attacks. Like I don't need to be next to this stuff. I feel in a way because of who I am and because of how energy comes through me and how energy grounds through me that I'm almost like have been like a shield to those places. But me being a shield to those places and spaces does not protect me. It may protect other people, but it does not protect me. And how are you going to change for the better if you are not looking in the mirror? And what I mean by that is people have the power to save themselves, quite honestly. And looking in the mirror is a great way to do that and to be in a part of that process. Self reflecting, having knowledge of self, being honest with yourself. And so for me to do that publicly, you're like, be careful. No, fuck it. I don't need to be careful. You know the shit I've survived? A fucking warrior. And I appreciate that part of me. I just don't battle um, in the physical as people do with the guns and da da da. No, I'm battling spiritually and within first because I have to discard all of the lies. That one person lying to me, they're not the only person that's lied to me. It's been a lot of lies. There's been a majority of lies. And getting quote unquote discipline for being honest and being truthful. That's not something that just started. It's just something that hit a wound that needed some attention and that needed some healing within me. So I'm grateful because I had the opportunity to do that and I'm still doing that. And so, but after the conversation with the lady with the cute puppies, oh my god, these puppies are so cute. They were so cute. They were so cute. They were so cute. I don't forgot what kind of puppies they were. I think they were poodles. Oh, they were miniature poodles. And miniature poodles don't have fur, they have hair. And I didn't know that. They were just so cute. They are still so cute. I'm like, oh, a poodle would make me would be a good way to say forgive me. But you gotta send somebody to walk the bitch, cause I ain't walking her or him. But anyway, that's just me using my creative mind to think good thoughts. But anyway, after connecting with her, I started playing slightly with the idea. What if I moved back there? And instead of being smack dab in the city, moved up in the state. It's easy because I can continue my education over there. There's some great schools over there. Um, not a school that aligns with. the same as the school I'm considering in the Midwest. But it's great schools over there, um, in the state that I migrated from. I still have my state ID. My state ID good to 2030. I don't know. I gotta make a decision. I still have my state ID, my driver's license. So again, it would be an easier transition. It would be a more known transition. Although most likely I would go somewhere upward. I would definitely go somewhere upward. I would probably circle back to Below, to be honest with you, because Below is very close to Canada. And the way this shit is looking, baby. all I'm saying is though all I'm saying, and I'm familiar with the housing authority up there, so I already know what that process would look like. It wouldn't even look hard, and I could fucking rent a whole fucking house. I could probably find one exactly right where the fuck I was at before I let that damn ex husband of mine's whatever, you know, get into my head, you know. So I have options. That's the great thing. We all have options. We all have options. Just having the time to sit and to meditate and to really think about what's going to be the best for you. And honestly, um, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I know what the hospitals are, so and I know what the healthcare is and things of that sort, but I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Um, I actually think just having a conversation and talking to the housing authority, it would be very easy if I wanted to do that. It's just, and then I could study the subject I want to study. So again, I have options. I have options. I may not go Midwest. I may go more North. Um, Especially again with the climate of our nation. I ain't the only one that's just like, okay, I want to stay here or not. A lot of people have chose to not, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Nobody wants to be here if a what you call it, and I am gonna say what you call it is, but I'm a peaceful person, so I'm going where the peace at, and I want to be with the nations that appreciate peace and promote peace, not that's being tyrannical and doing just nonsense and whew. Canada's peaceful. That's all I want to say. I've never heard about no Canadian what you call it. Not saying they never had any, but I feel like they learned. They're like, oh, war, 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 war. Maybe it's not a necessity. We can do things better. We can work through our differences better. Let's do that. Look at all this knowledge we have in psychology and look at all of this knowledge we have here and let's do that. And they're fucking thriving. And when motherfuckers came with their little bullshit tariff bullshit, they're like, fuck you. You stay with that nonsense over there, okay? Now, we have evolved, but we still trained and don't fuck with our borders. I'm telling you, we ain't even hear no more about Canada. Have y'all heard more about Canada? Have y'all heard anything more about them? No. No. And when I tell you, they probably sitting ready for the bullshit, and the bullshit will not even get a mile past their border if bullshit tried to. Yeah, that part. That whole part. So, yeah. That part. I'm gonna have some conversations because I don't want to just be the only person that's like, okay, safe, safe. I would like to have a collective conversation and it to be a collective, uh, strategic way. Because yeah, again, we can be here, we can be happy, we could ground good energy, which deflects the nonsense. All of that is good, and all of that is gravy. However, and it's extremely powerful and it's extremely potent. So shout out to Michael Beckwith and his congregation, and shout out to all of the spiritual practitioners in the different hot spots here. Um, but yeah, uh, that's all good. That's all good. I'm not taking away from that at all. I'm just saying, as far as me, myself, and I'd like to experience what a peaceful society is about. I want to step out my door and it's not arguing and turmoil and people doing their very best to not feel the pain they feel within themselves or avoid the pain that they feel within themselves, but for there like to be no pain within themselves. Like they're just peaceful and they're just existing and they're just working together and being innovative and being neighborly and being loving. And yeah, we have pockets. We have lots of pockets like that throughout this nation. But the fact that anybody would sit in any seat of authority without doing their own inner work is beyond selfish. It's immature and it is dangerous. And not just for themselves, but for a lot of others. So, yeah, uh, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So this raw ramble, you know, is what it is. Uh, it has allowed things to come to surface that I'm going to look into right away, and motherfuckers won't care. They're, like they wouldn't care. They don't give a shit. Like, oh, Miss Babe, but where? Oh, whatever. We don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They're too busy thinking Miss Bay want their shit, and I want nothing another motherfucker has. Nothing. But what's for me? Yes. The goodness that's for me, the support, the community that's for me, all of that, yes. But what belongs to somebody else? Never. Never, 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 never. So, with that being said, I got some work to do, some decisions to make, and I am on it because who knows? I might not even get the rest of my degrees here. I might get my degrees in a whole nother fucking nation and just be like on the news, like, dang, dang, dang. I'm lying because I don't be watching no fucking news. But information do be coming to me. So, yeah, all I can say is, yeah, that's those are good choices. That I like that I had this raw ramble. Release. Don't carry shit. Let me tell you, I learned the hard way about carrying shit, okay? I am now like unsticking my muscles. I had muscles that were just stuck together like concrete in my body, okay? From me carrying emotions. Let me stuff it down. Stuff it. Be the tough girl. I'm tough. I'm tough. I'm tough. Oh no, I'm me. Strong? Perhaps. Perhaps that's the way you want to identify me. I don't identify like that. Powerful? Yes. Uh, me? Yes. Loving? Yes. Authentic? Yes. Selective? Yes. Talented? Yes. Funny? Yes. That's how I identify me. Divine, yes. So, I'm grateful. I'm grateful, and I'm definitely, as the great Louise Hay would say, out of this situation, only good can come, and only good has come, even in the midst of the things that didn't feel so great in the beginning. It was like, oh, it hurts. Ooh, ouch. Ooh, I surrender. Ooh, 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 give me clarity. Give me clarity, because people were not who I thought they were. And I was just like, oh, shit. So much for the fuck of my discernment. Like, I've been pretty good with my motherfucking discernment. Like, oh, the chameleons. Oh, which is not on me. Because if a motherfucker changed their stripes and their colors, and you know how a chameleon just looks a way to fit in and blend into the environment. I don't believe in anything. I have knowledge. I know what I know. What do you know? What do you know? I have no beliefs. I have knowledge. Silence, Mr. H? Yeah, I know. That's what you have knowledge of pseudoscience? Okay. What's your point? Come on, baby. Let's test IQs here. I can tell by the way you formed your question. I can tell by your grammar where your IQ is at. But let's go. Let's go for it. Neuroscience is not pseudoscience, right? You know the science that studies your neurons that's in your brain? That's an actual science, you know. Oh, you know what? I feel the divine wants me to be a therapist. I think that's why I love the topic of psychology. It's called neuroscience. It's also called starting a sentence with a capital and ending a sentence with a period. But those grammatical things are not necessary when you're typing on YouTube. Because we think a melanated indigenous woman, she must have been programmed. Oh my God. The program is not working. She reads. She reads actual books, but we burnt the libraries. How are they getting the information? Akashic records don't exist. That place don't exist. How does she look so youthful? And she's in her 40s. How is she so comfortable and happy? It didn't work. It didn't work, Grandpa. Grandpa. It didn't work. We tried to eat the black people and it didn't work. We still don't got what they got. They're laughing and dancing while we're trying to fairmonger and we're shooting ourselves in the middle of the streets. Yo, I'm a leave y'all. But y'all came over here. Oh, y'all been studying? I want you to study. I want you to study and learn. Study and learn. Study and learn. This is why I'm so open and why I am so transparent, because people need to learn. People need to see. Unpolished. I'm in my bed, comfortable. Look at this comfort. This is not a green screen. This is not a green screen. This is not digitally enhanced. It's authentic. It's finger looking good. Oh wait, I don't got no lashes on. Whoa, wait a minute. I don't got no lashes on. I don't got no lip gloss on. What I got? Beads and hair and indigenous stuff. Ah, it's okay. I know. I know. I know you've been brainwashed to believing the things that you believe. And I know you're probably terrified because you can see now that it never was a race thing. It always was a class thing. It always was those who have and those who have not. And the people who have, they're scared too. They're very scared. The people who have are extremely scared. Because they don't think it's enough. Some of them don't think it's enough. Some of them think that if anybody else has, that's going to take away from what they have. So they're very afraid. And they're guilty for whatever they have done. And their spirit was like, I don't think you should be doing this. But somebody put into their brain, it's the only way. It's the only way to have power. You must take it from an innocent child. They're terrified. And anybody coming in here talking crap because you read the short description, the very small description within this YouTube channel, and you think, well, that is the definition of me. And you want to banter with me? Darling, I love intelligent banter. But I haven't seen anything intelligent said. What are y'all talking to Chat GPT? Chat GPT, what she meant by this? Chat GPT, what is manifestation? It's pseudoscience. Go tell it to Dr. Joe Dispenza. Go have that conversation over there. Go over there. Go over there. Have that conversation with him, okay? Have it with an actual person who has a PhD in neuroscience. Go talk to him. Go talk to Dr. Amen. You don't know who those people are, do you? You just want to come on YouTube and banter with a strange lady. You don't want to have an educational banter. What is under the bank? We could see more of the place looking for that. What's under the what? Look at what, sir? Under what bank? Comedy, people. Give me material for my comedy, okay? You didn't even know I wore that hat, did y'all? Did y'all know that Miss Bay was a comedian? Did y'all know? Did y'all know? Well, now you know. Now you know. Now you know. I'll be touring all over the place. Like, huh. So, yeah. So glad we got past that psychological warfare that was going on for about 60 decades. 60 decades. It's six. I meant to say six. It probably has been going on for 60 decades. 600 years. The last 600 years, there's been psychological warfare on humanity. Where a few motherfuckers said, if the world got this knowledge, we wouldn't be able to control other people. Ah! What are we gonna do, George? What are we gonna do, Thomas? What are we gonna do? So I'm gonna publish this random this random ramble. I'm gonna publish this. You cannot see, but this is a live. So in a live, there's people that have the option of coming in and commenting, and we have Gary Bullman commenting. There's 600 is something subscribers, and when I tell you, there are probably a lot of people who are just studying. They're just like, how the fuck? How the fuck fuck is she still happy? We had control over the motherfuckers that she cared the most about. Mm-mm. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. I wish they were free, but they got to free them motherfucking selves. Harriet Tubman did not return to free any fucking body. Okay? I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it because it's the truth. But that's nice. I feel like those are like backhand compliments. They're like, oh, you use Botox. Oh, manifestation is pseudoscience. Wrong. Actual neuroscientists have proved your statement wrong. And when you have knowledge, knowledge is the application of the information that you have obtained. You have actually practiced it and see it and feel it. It's powerful. And that's what these phones have done. They're like little encyclopedias. So, this is going to be published. What college? You would like to know where Joe Dispenza got his PhD at? Oh, oh, you think those titles and accolades can define me? You don't want to even talk about Joe Dispenza, do you? Because you're not really interested. You're trying to project your insecurities onto me. How convenient. How convenient. 1766. What a time. I believe there was some Moorish, some Moorish men probably teaching your forefathers at that time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe that's what happened. So who are you? Let's talk about that. Who are you? There's no picture. Do you like what you see when you look in the mirror? Do you look in mirrors? Mr. or Mrs. or binary or non binary? I'm gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Who are you? You're fascinated with me, right? I want you to become fascinated with yourself. I want the fascination that you have for me to be directed to yourself. I want you to be happy when you look in the mirror. I want you to be happy with what you see and who you see. I want you to know who you are. Because when you know who you are, you're not projecting insecurities onto strangers. Now I'm treating curiosity away. Is that what ChatGPT told you to say? Or is that what's within your mind? Again, you're projecting. I think you need to self reflect. Do you like what you see in the mirror? Is that how you treat curiosity? Hmm? Do you like it? Do you like the person you are? I love me, which makes it very easy for me to love you. Even though you're a stranger and you came in here and you tried to attack what you thought was a belief, and you didn't realize I don't have any beliefs. I have knowledge and I have knowledge to acquire. That's all. Are you asking ChatGPT a question or how to respond? when I tell you, when I tell you humanity will look back and these banters and this catalog that I'm creating will be utilized to the aid and the health and the solutions that humanity continues to use to thrive in healthy ways. Here, now, and for centuries. Because y'all got a lot of cleaning up to do, okay? Y'all got a lot of work to do. Y'all got a lot of fixing. We're doing great. We are expanding. Humanity is expanding. Knowledge is the easiest ever to acquire at this point in time. Spirituality is not something that is people are going to war over. Maybe some places are still doing that silliness, but on the grand scale, it's like, oh, you're free to interpret God how you want to interpret God. You're free to have a personal relationship with God. You are free to be your authentic self. You can do that through Buddhism. You can do that through Christianity. You can do that through you can do that even without a denomination. What? Say it ain't so. Say you could be spiritual without being religious. What does religion mean? Oh my God. What is the biblioheliotech? Oh my God. What are these Latin words? What do they mean? Religiar means to separate? I didn't even know. Because I didn't even study Latin. I didn't study Latin. I just studied what they told me to study in college, so I could pass. Did I pass? And now I got this great job, and I got all this 401k, and I got all this capital, but I still feel empty, even on my daddy's yacht. It's gonna be okay. Even with all of this warfare stuff, I still feel scared. I can shoot really good, but I'm still scared. Is God gonna punish me? So scared. You're punishing yourself with your thoughts and not taking the time to go within. And yes, I'm making a joke of it because I want you to see that it really ain't that serious. It really isn't. You don't have to project. I know that feels like the natural thing to do because it's hard. It's hard to look at yourself and be like, damn, I did some fucked up shit. Damn, am I a fucked up person because of the fucked up shit that I did? No, I don't think so. I think you have some healing to do within yourself to become whole, to recognize that you have divinity inside of you. Yeah, that same power that's keeping our planet from crashing into the other planets within our solar system, that power that rises the sun and the moon and that's spinning the earth literally on her axis right now, that power is within you. It's within everybody. So instead of looking outside for validation and all of that stuff, yes, I recognize we are communal by nature, but you also need to have your alone time. You also need to look within and be honest with yourself, forgive yourself, and grow. And it's okay to be personal with yourself. You don't have to tell me your secrets. And you don't have to be fearful because I know yours. I'm not here to harm you. I'm here to help. I'm an asset. Y'all know that for real. Yeah, I know that's the truth. You feel it. It's good to hear that you have divinity within you. It's the truth. We know the truth, but we actually hear the truth. No matter how much we've been programmed and we have neurons that's connected to fear and those things automatically operate within you, there's still something divine about you. If you're an actual person, you might be a robot. But I'm still going to publish this, and there's still going to be human beings that watch this, and they're going to be like, look at her silly, intelligent, beautiful, divine self. And she said, I got some of that in me too. I got divinity in me too. Did that lady say that the same power that is freaking spinning the earth on its axis is inside of me? How? Show me. Can I talk to it? If I talk to it, will it talk back to me? If I talk to it, will it show me? If I ask it to show me, will it? Try it, baby. Try it, baby. Try it, baby. Try it. And again, when I do publish this, I know people are like, who's she having a conversation with? So I'm going to take a what you call it. There you go. Took a screenshot. I'm going to post that screenshot and you're going to see the comments. The fact that this person has stuck around means a part of them is remembering. You're going to meditate. You need to meditate, prevent yourself from crashing. Prevent yourself from crashing. I know it's hard to believe that you're that powerful just by yourself, just you and the divine. It's tricky, because I mean, yeah, for centuries, the people who have actually known that truth were so scared that if other people knew it, they would lose something, which is so silly. It's like you don't know the whole truth. Somebody tell you got God inside of you. Somebody reminds you, because you already know. Somebody reminds you that you got God inside of you. And you get scared because you think that if other people realize the truth, you couldn't control them. But you ain't supposed to control them. Cause they let God be in the fuck control. Like, so wait a fucking minute. Let's do this math. Let me do this math. This is seeming like college math. Is this algebra? Where 1 plus 1 don't equal 2. It's like 1x times the square root of V3 equals pi. What the fuck you just said? What did you just say? Did you just say 1x times 2p equals pi? No, we will stop fucking around with y'all. No, for real though, for real. God in control, right? And God we trust, right? God, the divine, is inside of you. But you're scared if other people knew it was inside of them. You couldn't control them. But why would you want to control them? Why not just allow God inside of them to control them and allow God inside of you to control you? Einstein, Eureka! Like, is it not making sense? God in control. A super intelligent is more intelligent than the smartest motherfucker, okay? Is more intelligent than every Mensa uh, member. You know what Mensa is? MENSA. You know that organization of geniuses? Is smarter than all of them collectively put together. There's a divine intelligence, divinity within everybody. but you want to control that? And you are afraid of other people have access or remember that? Heal. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? The world would be a better fucking place with people remembering their divinity because they would be better within themselves no matter what they have experienced. And I could talk about that, baby. I can talk about trauma. I can talk about poverty. I can talk about all of that. I can talk about generations of it. I can talk about how it has changed DNA because your DNA adapts and changes to your environment. And I get it. But you can be purposeful and change it and change your environment. Change how you think, change what you listen to, change what you allow to go into your subconscious. You can change that. You have to sit here and hang out with me. You like it. Something inside of you is like, she's kind of making some motherfucking sense, Bob. Hey, we need to make sure she stays safe. Tell me it's making sense. Why are we scared? Let me call my grandmaster. Grandmaster, wizard. What is this thing that this lady talks about? Ah, she's a witch. Told you be careful of those Jezebel witches. Yo, where did you come from? If you are an actual person, you might not be a person. And again, I took a screenshot. So whoever's watching this is like, who is she talking to? I'm talking to the people in the comments, people. But this is applicable to anybody who watches this. Where did you come from? Not what state you were born in, not what country you were born in, not where did you come from? Where did you grow at? Where did your physical human body, where did it grow at? From its embryonic stage. Where did that happen? It did happen within your mother, right? And listen, you may have to heal. Maybe your mama was not loving. Maybe your mama was not nurturing. Maybe your mama needed to heal. Maybe your mama was carrying trauma. Maybe your daddy was beating her ass. Maybe you hit your head a few times. Maybe she got her head hit a few times. So what was going in that cortisol, that stress hormone that was going through her body and coursing through her body as you were growing within her body may have put you at a disadvantage in life. Again, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I know about disadvantages. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. As a human being who's they have attempted to marginalize, categorize, still trying to figure it out. Still trying to figure it out. I got a little experience there. You still have control over you. You still have divinity inside of you. You can still heal. You can still grow. You can still reach your highest potential. I don't care if you're 79 years old. This is the first time you've ever heard that divinity is inside of you. From a brown woman or from a woman, period. You grew inside of a woman. You were birthed through a woman. And if you got an ounce of intelligence, you listen to what this woman is saying. You got divinity inside of you. So tune in and tap into the God within you. Stop looking outside of you. Stop kissing those motherfuckers' rings. Stop being a bitch ass motherfucker. Man the fuck up. Tap into your divinity. Yeah, you might feel scary. Yeah, you use your tongue to speak an oath. Break that shit, bitch. Use your tongue and break that shit. You scared they gonna come after you? Da 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 da. Protect yourself, motherfucker. Why you have to agree to they bullshit to get anything? You don't. You really don't. And you could break any motherfucking agreement that you've made. I don't give a fuck if you pricked your finger and you dropped some blood and you think you sealed it. Unseal the bitch, motherfucker. Tap into your motherfucking divinity and set your motherfucking ass free. That's what you need. That's why you trolling on the internet. Looking to gain life force from others. Go within, baby. Tap into your divinity. Tap into the source that gives life. Tap into your divinity. You don't need my energy. You need to remember yours. Oh, it ain't. Of course, it's nothing personal. But what would you have gained? Provoking me. Huh? Be free, baby. The world is a better place with better human beings. Be free. Be free. It feels good. Control yourself. Go tell that to your grandmaster. I know they're going to be scared. They're going to feel away. But they could be free too. They don't have to be dependent on other people's energy. They don't have to be vampiric. That would be an interesting sci-fi movie, huh? Huh. Vampires who, what's the word I'm looking for? Who become non-vampiric. Huh. What's the word I'm looking for? Not salvation. Vampires who stop sucking energy. It's kind of like Monsters Inc. I don't know if you have children. I don't know if you have become a parent. I'm assuming that you're not a parent, but you never know because there's all type of parents out there. Look up Monsters Inc. Watch that movie. There's a lot of hidden gems in there. But I'll give you a little preview of Monsters Inc. So in Monsters Inc., these monsters were feeding off the energy of children's fears. And they thought that they had to do that. And then one day a monster was born. And he was like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. And it was like, you're weird. How we gonna survive? This we built our whole society off of fear. How we gonna survive if we don't feed off of fear? That's what we do. He was like, I don't want to do it. And they was like, you gonna do it. Fuck it. They pushed him through the portal, right? He was supposed to scare a kid. And he met a kid, and the motherfucker laughed. And he got energized off of the good. He got energized off of the good vibrations. And he was like, wait, yo, I don't think we need to eat the fair. I think we could, like, be happy and, like, feed off of happy energy. And they were like, nah, man. That ain't how it works. We've been doing this for centuries. We ain't never do it no other way. He was like, but try it, try it. And they start trying it. They changed their whole shit. They changed their whole shit for the better. So there's no reason to be scared. There's no reason to keep doing the fucked up shit the wrong motherfucking way. Because that's the way it's been going for centuries. Hello. We're here to evolve. We are incarnated to evolve and be better. And that's happening. That's happening whether you are participating or not, whether you have knowledge or awareness of it or not. It's happening with or without your participation. So if you want to be a participant of the expansion of humanity, it is not going to be doing the same old shit in the same old motherfucking ways, motherfuckers. You're going to have to do it a better way. And this good vibration, higher frequency, thinking good thoughts, knowing that what you think is what you are attracting in your personal life, knowing that you have control of your personal life, knowing that you can operate in your power, and knowing that you have divinity inside of you. I know it's unknown and it might even be uncomfortable, but I dare you. I double dog dare you to operate in that freedom and from those spaces, those healed spaces that you go within. You be like, I could fix this within myself. I could fix this within myself and not be critical, like, oh, I'm so fucked up. I can't believe I did that fucked up shit to Marianne. I can't believe it. Marianne didn't deserve it. I'm so fucked up. No, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You don't even have to ask Marianne for forgiveness unless that's what's on your consciousness to do. And of course, I'm making up names and making up scenarios, but this is applicable. This is universal. This is a universal raw rant. This is not meant and directed at any particular demographic of people. All these little categorizations of motherfuckers. Stop it. It's God within. That's it. That's the difference. That's the difference between you and a monkey. You and a monkey. That's the difference in your DNA. Divinity is in you. Got a little bit. It may not be a lot, but you got a little bit. A little bit's enough. Tap within. Tap within to the divinity inside of you for direction. And then you'll know when you hear something that aligns with your purpose because you will feel it in your body. You'll get goosebumps, you'll get the tinglies, you'll get all of that stuff. Go for it. I'm telling you, ain't no lack or limitations for real, for real. Ain't no lack of resources. Ain't no lacks. Ain't nothing but abundance, baby. Tap into your abundance. Live it, experience it, and then remind others. And you don't even have to tell nobody. I pour from my overflow. My cup stays full. And that's why I'm here. But you don't got to tell nobody else. You just have to experience it. When you experience it, your interactions with people are going to be different. They're going to change. They're not going to be superficial. You're not going to feel empty within yourself. You're not going to feel no reason to want to provoke anybody. Ask ChatGPT those questions. You want a reading from me? Pay me, baby.